Hello folks, before we start, I've spoken to the broadcasters and publishers. Videos and pictures, as well as text from the sites, must all paid for. I have an email from one of them now, then we'll talk about the price. But I will not buy every single message from every station in the world. That's too expensive. That's why it stays here on radio format, if you will. Also look at my videos about thorium. Better said, it's all in the description there below. Anyone who wants to support me can this via tip. The cargo ship held with Schenk. The cargo ship held with Schenk, a good 25 kilometers southeast of Odessa, belongs to the Estonian Tallinn based charter company Vista Shipping Agency. Odessa on Black Sea is considered a possible target for a Russian landing operation. EOS Chris Group claims on Twitter that the ship was used by the Russian Navy as a shield to advance towards Odessa from the sea. According to the owner, Igor Ilves, the ship could also have run ground on mine. Georgia and Moldova have also submitted an application for the EU. Ukraine has decided to hand over prisoners of war to their mothers if they come to Ukraine. Finland. In the opinion of Foreign Minister Pekka Haavisto, the question of Finland's possible NATO membership is not yet decided. Germany. CDU General Secretary Mario Saja has sharply condemned hostilities against people of Russian origin in Germany and called for more cohesion. The World Food Programme estimates that 22.8 million people of Afghanistan are threatened by hunger. 24 million of them will hardly be able to avoid death, which statistically means the elderly, the sick, and the children. Germany. Legal dispute over the Bundeswehr assault rifle. The Düsseldorf Higher Regional Court has been hearing since Wednesday about the lawsuit brought the Thuringian arms manufacturer TG Hemel against the exclusion from the tendering process of the Bundeswehr new assault rifle. The verdict is expected to fall at April 6. It was about complaint by Hemel against the decision of the Federal Cartel Office Public Procurement Tribunal. The dispute is about the delivery of 21,000 weapons worth up to 100 million euros. The Russian-Ukraine war could trigger global famine. UN, the United Nations World Food Programme, Martin Fick, said the Russian-Ukraine could trigger a global famine. Finland. Ericsson in the Islam State. According to an international report, the mobile phone company Ericsson could have paid a bribe to the US, to the ISIS state. Employees are also said to have been endangered. Because US soldiers were approaching, ISIS terror leader Hashemi al-Qurashi apparently blew himself up and his family to the air. US President Biden says the world is now safer. What has been overlooked is that the jihadists have long since grown back into a growing threat on their traditional territory in Syria and Iraq. According to the UN, there are still around 10,000 active IS fighters there. Also, the last bastion of the self-declared caliphate fell in March 2019, a report by the US Department of Defense in England stated. The next phase of the insurgents. Thousands of Yazidis have been abducted, enslaved, murdered, and raped by the US terrorists. Many Germans had also joined the terrorist militia, but so far few have been accountable. He demanded recognition of the genocide by the Bundestag. Does not bring back, says Goda Al-Qaidi, but that will be important for the Yazidi people to deal with trauma, but that it will also increase the pressure on Iraq to give the Yazidis a voice and enable them to return to their homeland. Russia. President Putin and President Macron spoke on the phone. According to the reading of the article, Putin said he would and should take the Ukraine. Attempts to buy time by prolonging the negotiations only lead to additional demands on Kiev in our negotiation position, the Kremlin said. USA Trump confident Lindsey Graham is a true threat for the Russians. They should call President Putin, simply take them out. They would be doing themselves and the rest of the world a good service, the Republican said. Filipino security forces killed 7 Islamists and can confiscate firearms, bombs and mines. Vatican. Catholic bishops from Europe and North America are making an appeal to the desperate situation in Lebanon in the event that the economy of the country collapses completely. They predict flood of refugees. Refugees plant new trees for Lebanon. Fires and uncontrolled deforestation have drastically reduced Lebanon's forest cover. Refugee women now want to clean up the former cedar state again. The project is called Trees for Lebanon. Algeria and Lebanon sign legal agreement and fight against corruption and money. Beirut. The people of Lebanon are expanding the worst economic crisis in the country's history. Groceries are expensive. The capital is dark because there is hardly any electricity. Now the poorest even fight over the garbage. Turkey. Consumer prices in Turkey are rising faster than they have been in 20 years. The consequences of the attack on Ukraine have not yet been priced in. Turkey faced difficult months. Never in the past 20 years has the currency devaluation been so high as it is today. Currency devaluation in Turkey is accelerating. The rate is now climbed to over 50%. President Yerevan, Kurdistan, meets Erdogan. They discussed Iraq, the Kurdistan region relations with Turkey according to the statement by the Kurdistan region government. The focus was on the importance of desire to strengthen economic and trade ties between parties. The meeting ended at 7:30 p.m. according to the statement and focus on other areas of cooperation, the political situation in Iraq and recent developments in the region in general. There are 46 million Syrians in need of aid and around 69 million others displaced, the UN announced yesterday. A spokesperson for the UN Secretary General said that Syria has the largest number of internationally displaced persons in the world. Stefan Dujarric added that they were also facing a high level of needs and limited access to basic service. Syria has the largest displaced population in the world. Pakistan. 30 homes left after bombing in mosque. Arabia. The Crown Prince MBS tells America and Joe Biden that the future lies in Arabia. Peace is possible with Israel when the Palestinians get their rights. Lebanese Prime Minister Naguib Mikati received the Secretary General of the Arab League in Beirut on Saturday. There were talks about better cooperation. Oman. A student in Oman has developed a type of bioplastic that could possibly counteract environmental and marine pollution. Have a nice day.